Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start this review on this boot I had for some time. So, take everything what I'm about to tell you about the Sorel is it called Out and About Fluffy 3? So, I don't know what they really want to call it, but I'm going to call it the Out and About Puff Mark 3 boot. So, ladies and gentlemen, a few months ago, uh, you know, trying to save money, trying to do what I can to survive in the streets of New York. Rent is expensive, everything's expensive now. But I do like a good winter boot that feels like a sneaker, but is not a sneaker, but is a boot. So take this review with a grain of salt. I purchased this with my own money. This is why I have this display. So you guys can see that I did purchase with my own money in October. Okay? So no sponsorships here. And the reason why I wanted to replace, mind you, get a new boot is because my old boots were just tearing apart. Yes, they were all Sorel boots. And over time, I beat them up. So take it with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the boot now, as of January 2026. We got a few problems we need to talk about this design of this boot. And honestly, it feels comfortable. Mind you, it keeps your feet warm, right? But it gets dirty pretty fast, as you can see. And the materials is using some synthetic materials they use in sleeping bags, right? But it does keep your feet warm. But sometimes, if you wear a certain sock, like a wooden winter sock or a winter sock that's supposed to keep your feet warm and keep moisture in, your feet will sweat in these boots. But what I don't like about this boot, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that the zipper is flawed. Every time you walk, the zipper just slides right back down. And you can see that the ring broke on these boots. Now, this is, mind you, Columbia, the brand, actually bought the rights. I think they're a partnership with Sorel now. I noticed a few things about Sorel's lineups are more like changing into the Columbia brand, which is not bad. The Columbia brand, Columbia gear is so good. I used to wear their shoes, their hiking shoes, their boots, but they were quite expensive. I was paying like $200 when I was in Portland. When I was working in Portland between 2015 and 2016, and I used to always go to like the Columbia store, and they would have Sorel boots in it. And I'm wondering why they have Sorel boots, and I figured out I know why now, because Columbia brought out Sorel, or they have a partnership. But I noticed the quality has kind of diminished in some ways, especially in the real original Sorel boots. I kind of noticed it's a little bit gimmicky, stylish now. It's not, the quality is not there like it used to be, but it's still good, in my opinion. But as I was saying about this boot, this is called the Out and About Fluff Mark III. And like I said, I paid with my own money. You can clearly see right here, October 2nd, 2025, with my own paycheck. I needed another boot because all my other boots were just getting destroyed. I had them for some time. And the boot that I wanted to get, mind you, it was just too expensive. That was probably one of the best boots that Sorel made. It's called the Kinetic boot, and that was really good boot. So, but this boot here, let me show you something very interesting. Like I said, when you walk, this zipper just slides down every time. It's annoying. But let me show you what's inside this boot. So you get a padding, right? You get this thick padding inside. Not sure you guys can tell. Let me just turn on this light so you guys can see it a little better. It's a little wet. See? It's wet, moisture in there. And that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about, moisture. I noticed that there's a lot of moisture in the bottom of the bag when your feet sweat. And as you can see, look, it's some moisture in the bottom. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Is that coming from my feet? But I have to wipe it down. You can see there's still moisture. So yeah, I've been having that kind of issue. Where like, why does my feet feel cold? Like, not wet or cold, but like sweaty. Very, very sweaty. That means the boot design is pretty good to keep your feet warm. but water protection. Now they claim that this is waterproof. I kind of want to disagree and agree in a certain degree on these boots. Let me tell you, first and foremost, they are waterproof at certain degree, right? Let me just brighten this up so you guys can see. Okay. So I am using, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, the TELESIN Master Grip and the C03 LED light right now on my iPhone to make this video. I'm using Primus Live to record this, but I want people to be aware of this boot. Like, as you saw, there was moisture on the bottom of this, right? And it comes with this very thick pad, which is nice. You can see like the back is much thicker than the front. And well, technically the middle gets thinner and then the front gets thicker. As you can see, look. It gets thicker and the back is like a little bit thicker, right? But you got this like, this synthetic material that you find like sleeping bags and stuff like that, right? But on the bottom here, I'm sorry, on the bottom here, it just feels wet, like a lot of moisture from my feet. And why is this not wet on the top here? So it's just weird. And look, you can see the moisture still. You can literally see that moisture. So there is some caveats when you're walking with this long, let's say you're walking all day long, right? And you notice your feet are sweaty. That's what I noticed. This is why I like the other Sorel boots, the kinetic boots, because they didn't sweat my feet. They kept my feet nice and dry, warm. These keep your feet warm, but very, very moisture. It's just very sweaty. And mind you, I already had to wash these in the washing machine once, because once the moisture in the boot starts to build up and you wear these all day, there's a smell, a feet smell. Mind you, everyone, it may vary based on person, but you will get some type of feet smell if you're wearing these most of the time. So, and I am wearing these most of the time. So I just want everyone to know that Sorel did not sponsor this video. They did replace some boots 2 years ago when we had difficulties, and I did get a partial refund for this back because this, it's unacceptable. And the zipper is just flawed. I don't want Sorel to do the BOA quick zip tie, because I have a wrist guard that has the BOA system. I don't think that's a good idea either, because if I was to, like, say, get incarcerated by police or get arrested by something, you know, they will, mind you, they take your laces. Anything that has a string, they will cut it. So those are the caveats you got to worry about. So, and I do like the non-lace system, but the zipper has to improve. It has to be stronger, and it can't slide down as you're walking down the street. That's unacceptable. But like I said, these boots do have some flaws. It's nice, it's comfortable, but if you're camping out and you want to take your feet off, your feet are going to get cold and they're going to sweat, and you don't want that. So take this review with a grain of salt. I apologize for the little echo in the room or the background noise, but I just wanted to share my opinion on the Sorel Out and About, the Puff 3 winter boot. So with that said, everyone, they're nice and comfortable, but they're hard to stay clean. So, and like I said, very thick pattern, but very sweaty boot, bro. Very sweaty. So with that said, everyone, this is my Sorel review. I just want to get these videos out the way as I am making content for my audience. And mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to be very patient because I got something I want to show you later on. It's called footage from lot radio, and it proves that I was innocent in the very first place. Yes, I do got the footage. So I just want people to know that, like, you know, the church reached out to me and they sent me clips. They said, if you want the whole thing, I have to come down there with the thumb drive to download it, because they said that the files are a little bit large to send over an email. So I said, no problem, I'll come down there today. So yes, so I just want to say thank you everyone for supporting my videos, supporting the channel. If you guys want to support the hostel fees, I got to go out there and look for some. Mind you, I'm poor. You know, I saved up money for this boot. It wasn't too expensive, but it's it's what it is. But thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.